In a world obsessed with reversing age, where beauty industries promise eternal youth in bottles, and fitness gurus swear by strict routines, there exists a quiet, extraordinary woman whose life stands as living proof that the secret to youth has little to do with trends or technology. Her name is Keiko Tanaka, and when you meet her for the first time, it's hard to believe your eyes. Her skin is smooth, her posture strong, and her presence calm, the kind of calm that only comes from years of balanced living. You might guess she's in her early 50s, but Keiko is 78. People often stop her in the streets of Kyoto, unable to hide their surprise, and always ask the same question: how do you do it? She usually responds with a humble smile and a quiet chuckle, offering only one word: balance. But behind that single word is a life shaped by discipline, wisdom, and a set of practices rooted deeply in her Japanese heritage. Not magic, not wealth, not genetic luck, just a thoughtful way of living, day by day. Her story began long before anti-aging creams and health supplements filled store shelves. Keiko was raised in a small wooden house just outside Kyoto's city center. There, her grandmother, a woman who had outlived wars, earthquakes, and heartbreak, taught her the first and most enduring lesson of longevity: live simply, but live well. As a child, Keiko would watch her grandmother start each day the same way. There was no rush, no alarms, no frantic searching for coffee. The day began in silence, with a cup of warm green tea, sipped slowly while watching the sun rise over the hills. That simple ritual set the tone for everything that followed. And decades later, Keiko does the same. Each morning, long before the world stirs awake, she opens her windows and sits in quiet stillness. No phone, no news, just the sound of birds, the soft rustle of the trees, and the golden light of dawn washing over her face. To her, these moments are sacred, not for productivity, but for presence. This quiet start is more than a habit. It's a mental reset, and one of the earliest building blocks of her lasting youth. She believes aging isn't just written in the lines on your face. It's written in the pace of your life. The slower and more intentional your beginning, the steadier the rest of your day. And that same mindfulness carries into her meals. Unlike many who chase fad diets or calorie counting, Keiko has always trusted the quiet wisdom of her ancestors. Her meals are colorful, simple, and deeply nourishing. Seasonal vegetables fill her plate, alongside fermented foods like miso, natto, and pickled daikon, all staples of a traditional Japanese diet known to promote gut health, which modern science has only recently begun to appreciate. Fish, seaweed, tofu, and rice round out her nutrition, but never in excess. Keiko lives by the old Okinawan principle of hara hachibu: eat until you're 80% full. It's a philosophy that isn't about restriction, but respect for the body and the food that fuels it. She doesn't seek miracle cures or extreme cleanses. Instead, her health is built on what she calls the quiet consistency of care. Small, daily choices that stack up over decades, creating a foundation no supplement can replace. Her path to longevity isn't glamorous. It isn't fast. It's patient, thoughtful, and deeply human. And as her story unfolds, you'll see, the secret to looking young at 78 isn't hidden in some exotic recipe or ancient scroll. It's hidden in the ordinary, and in how you choose to live it. Keiko Tanaka's graceful aging isn't limited to what's on her plate. It's also written into the way she moves through life, literally. While many people believe that growing older means slowing down, Keiko has embraced the opposite. She believes that motion is not just a part of life, but the very essence of youth. Her days don't begin with urgency or stress, but with a quiet ritual of stretching. For Keiko, these morning stretches are not about intense exercise or chasing fitness goals. They are about awakening the body, listening to its signals, and honoring its strength. She moves slowly, deliberately, rolling her shoulders, rotating her joints, lengthening her muscles. It's a gentle conversation between her body and her spirit, a daily promise to stay flexible and strong. One of the most surprising parts of Keiko's lifestyle is her devotion to walking. Rain or shine, no matter the season, Keiko steps outside for long, unhurried walks through her neighborhood or nearby parks. She doesn't power walk. She strolls. She breathes deeply, observes the world, feels the ground beneath her feet. This simple act not only strengthens her legs and heart, but also clears her mind and soothes her emotions. Walking, for Keiko, is both physical exercise and moving meditation. She also practices a traditional form of movement that is deeply woven into Japanese culture, Radio Taiso, a series of light calisthenics performed by people of all ages. The exercises are short, gentle, and designed to keep the body agile. Keiko has followed this practice for decades, often alongside neighbors and friends, reinforcing not only her physical health, but her sense of community and connection. But perhaps the most defining aspect of Keiko's fitness philosophy is her consistency. She never pushes her body to exhaustion, nor does she fall for fleeting fitness trends. Instead, she trusts in small, sustainable habits, a walk, a stretch, a moment of balance. This quiet discipline builds strength that lasts far beyond muscle tone. It keeps her joints supple, her heart healthy, and her mind at peace. Keiko also incorporates light household tasks into her daily routine: gardening, sweeping, tidying. These simple acts keep her body engaged, her movements purposeful. To her, the home is not a place for rest alone. It's a place for subtle but constant activity. While many chase after high-intensity routines to defy aging, Keiko has found wisdom in gentleness. Her strength comes not from lifting heavy weights or running marathons, but from respecting the natural rhythms of her body and maintaining steady, lifelong movement. Her life is a quiet reminder that staying active doesn't have to be extreme. It only has to be intentional. If there's one thing Keiko Tanaka believes even more deeply than in healthy food or daily movement, it's the power of the mind. For her, true youth begins in the heart and the thoughts, not the mirror. Throughout her 78 years, Keiko has learned to guard her inner world with the same care and intention as her physical health. She understands that a restless mind, burdened by stress and negativity, will age the body faster than time ever could. Keiko begins each day not with a to-do list, but with gratitude. Before her feet ever touch the floor, she pauses to give silent thanks for her health, for the quiet of the morning, for another day to live with purpose. This small ritual sets the tone for everything that follows. It softens the edges of worry and reminds her of life's simplest blessings. But gratitude is only part of her emotional strength. Keiko is deeply aware of the importance of staying connected to others. Loneliness, she says, is the quiet thief of vitality. Throughout her life, she has maintained strong bonds with family, friends, and neighbors. Whether it's a shared meal, an afternoon tea, or a walk through the cherry blossoms, these moments of connection nourish her spirit just as surely as any healthy meal. And even as the years have passed, Keiko has never stopped learning. She reads, she writes in her journal, and she challenges her mind with puzzles and conversation. She treats her brain like a muscle, giving it new problems to solve, new ideas to explore. This curiosity keeps her mind sharp and her heart young. Perhaps the most profound part of Keiko's approach is her acceptance of life's natural flow. She does not fight against age, she embraces it, with grace and quiet confidence. She finds beauty in each wrinkle, wisdom in every passing year. And this acceptance frees her from the kind of fear and resistance that wears so many people down. Her secret is not to chase eternal youth, but to nurture a youthful spirit, to approach each day with lightness, laughter, and an open heart, to focus on what she can control, her thoughts, her actions, her kindness, and release the rest. For Keiko, age is not the enemy. It's a companion, walking beside her, marking the journey of a life well lived. Keiko Tanaka's life is not built on a single secret, but rather on a quiet, enduring balance, a balance between body, mind, and heart. Her youthful appearance at 78 is only the surface. The real strength lies in the life she's built day by day, choice by choice. One of the most overlooked elements in Keiko's story is the rhythm of her daily life. She rises with the sun and rests with the moon, respecting her natural sleep cycle. Her nights are quiet, without glowing screens or distractions. Instead, she prepares for sleep with soft music or light reading, allowing her mind to settle and her body to repair. This deep, restorative rest has been a quiet cornerstone of her longevity. And then there's her relationship with nature. Keiko believes nature is the original healer, the teacher that never speaks, but always shows the way. Whether tending to her small garden, feeling the earth beneath her fingers, or standing quietly under the cherry blossoms as they bloom and fall, she has learned to live in tune with the seasons. Each season, like each stage of life, has its own beauty and its own lessons. Her home, too, reflects this philosophy. It's uncluttered, serene, and welcoming. Every object serves a purpose or brings her quiet joy. Living in a space that is both peaceful and organized frees her mind from unnecessary stress and gives her room to breathe, think, and create. And at the heart of it all is her attitude toward life itself, a spirit of contentment. Keiko never measures her happiness against wealth, fame, or possessions. Instead, she measures it by the depth of her relationships, the strength of her health, and the simple moments that make up her days. A shared laugh, a cup of warm tea, the feeling of the sun on her face. These are her treasures. Her story reminds us that longevity isn't about resisting age or chasing youth. It's about living fully, mindfully, and kindly. It's about creating a life where health, happiness, and purpose are woven together so tightly that time loses its power to diminish them. Keiko Tanaka's life is a gentle but powerful reminder. Youth fades from the skin, but vitality, the kind that begins in the heart and radiates outward, can last a lifetime. Keiko Tanaka's story is not a fairy tale, it's a reminder. A reminder that true youth isn't measured in years, but in the way we choose to live each day. Her life, grounded in simplicity, gratitude, and purpose, teaches us that longevity isn't about defying age, but embracing it, with grace, with care, and with wisdom. In a world that races against the clock, Keiko chose to walk with it. She nourished her body not with extremes, but with balance. She calmed her mind not through distraction, but through presence. And above all, she lived her life guided by intention, not impulse. Perhaps the secret to looking young at 78 isn't a secret at all. It's a path open to anyone willing to slow down, listen to their body, and honor each moment for the gift that it is. So whether you're 50 or 80, Keiko's journey is proof that it's never too late to start living well. True longevity isn't something you chase, it's something you build day by day.